Hello everyone, and welcome back to All the Mods 10. It is nighttime and raining because the world hates us. But that's fine. We had a sleeping bag. We don't have a sleeping bag anymore. Off to a great start, honestly. It has been a little while, but that is all well and good. We totally remember how to play. And what are we going to do? I've been thinking. I've been doing a lot of thinking. One thing I wanted was for stuff to be nice and packed. Oh my god. Why is it so strong? That's clearly not intentional. We'll pretend it is though. The house looks nice. I like that. This place looks hideous. Don't like that. But regardless, we don't have ender pearls, and I think you'll see, we don't have logs. Now, look, we've tried. We, to our credit, and we deserve a lot of it. We tried. I've gone past it. We tried. I keep saying we tried, but I haven't said what. Like, we've tried to do the trees. And we've tried to do it with Steve's carts, because I like Steve's carts. But for one reason or another, it doesn't work. It just doesn't. Now, is that a case of I just haven't set it up right? You know, probably. It's probably the case. Is the cart even here? At Steve. I can spell. At Steve. Well, it's not in my system. And if I get rid of all the leaves, it is not... Oh no, here it is. Look at this little sneaky guy. So like, he's here. He's using... Like, he just doesn't work. He just doesn't work. And I'll be honest with you. I don't know what the solution is. Because... he runs out of coal, and he did. It's just bad. It's just bad. That's just the harsh reality that I think we've all got to come to, is that it's just bad. I'm not good at whatever it is that is meant to let this happen. Like, look, we could do a thermal tank and we could fill it with lava, but that doesn't help. Because currently what we've got is it makes its own fuel, and it runs out. It somehow runs out of the coal before chopping down. Like, it does make sense. Yeah. Like, what? Like, what's this? What have I done? I feel like I'm to blame, because what is this? No one knows what this is. What have I actually done here? Man, why'd you guys let me do it? Alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to have another crack at it. I know. You guys aren't happy. But I love the concept of the carts. It just doesn't work. What are they called? It's like functional storage now? Cool. Is that right? Yeah. Let me grab locking. So I'm going to chuck in this and I'm going to lock it. Cool. So logs can go in here. Logs or saplings? Logs. Sure. Okay. And then I'm just going to break this. Right? Cool. And then we're just going to, like, put this stuff away. Have I got... you know what? We can just pick the thing up later if I accidentally put it away. But I didn't, because I'm awesome. Cool. Okay. So... Well, like, what am I actually doing? I feel so dumb. Alright. You're meant to smelt. And when you smelt, it will go there. But you'll only smelt if stuff's there. But then you also won't smelt oak logs. You'll only smelt the log that we put in there. So if I do that, if I put one in there and then place this here, you'll smelt. Cool. Awesome. That's what we like to see. So then ideally, I want it to put logs back into the system. And it can take out everything else. And it will put logs back in. Sure. So if I place this here, logs go in. And then... it's kind of going back both ways, isn't it? Well, regardless, it does look like it worked. So I think we just say that that's good. I think we're like, cool, awesome. I think we grab a pipe upgrade. We probably just chuck in a decent one. Did that work? Yeah, it did. There we go. Cool. So it'll try to put stuff in here, and then if it can't, it will go into the system. And that, I mean, that, like, again, in my eyes, that works perfectly. In saying that, he didn't chop this tree down. He just planted a sapling there. Oh, is that because... it's because it's got a nest in it. Is that why all these trees aren't chopped? And I guess subsequently we can imagine That's why it dies. So they can plant nests. Is there a way to have them not spawn with a nest? Because that's just ruined this entire farm. Okay. What trees don't spawn with a nest? Well, non-modded trees, right? Like, there's not a jungle nest. Jungle nest. There is. Okay. But there's not a witch hazel nest. No. So, like, we can use witch hazel. Do we have something special? Like, what's this stuff? That's birch. Like, if we search mangrove and then nest. There is. They can't help themselves. Because I don't want to do witch hazel. I don't want to just have witch. I guess we just do witch hazel. But then this... these are going to spawn dummy, right? They're going to spawn like this. And how does that help? Because I don't think he'll chop it correctly. And he might, but I mean, he won't even chop a nest. What's this? An azalea. Oh, there won't be an azalea nest. Right? Maybe we could do that. Let's have a look. Let's search azalea. Is this how you spawn the tree? Maybe. Alright. I'm going to place this here. Okay. We're going to grab... I've got a watering can on me for whatever reason. And it's filled. So we'll take that as a win. Tree. Activate. Tree. It probably won't work. I'll probably just spam bone meal on or something. But, sure. Okay. Bones. So yeah, my goal this episode is automate wood. Whether we do the carts, we might just scratch it and just do a different farm. Or, see, like, I'm hopeful of this. I'm just hoping there's no nest that spawns. Because if not, that'll be perfect. In fact, I might become Iggy Azalea and farm a few trees myself. Although in saying that, I only got one. Is he chopping this? He is. Okay. And we consult with him, and he gets more azaleas. Brilliant. Flowering azalea. So I want that to happen. And I guess flowering azalea? Let's double check. Is that indeed how that works? A flowering azalea appears. It looks just as azalea as the rest of them. Alright. And then I think what I do is I just get rid of anything else that might create a sapling. Or is a sapling. And then we'll have to go through and manually chop down everything else as well. But in terms of stuff, I think we're good. Like in terms of this should totally work, I think we're good. Yeah. You guys love Steve carts, right? I think everyone loves Steve's carts. Everyone that hasn't used Steve carts loves it. Yeah. Alright. For ender pearls, what are we gonna do? I want it to be automated. Like, it's one of those things where it's such an easy fix to just place down like a neural network. I mean, it's just an easy thing to do. But we've also got bees. In fact, we've automated it, haven't we? Why do I keep thinking we don't have it? Don't we have end combs? Ender pearl? Do we really not have any ender comb? What does it give us? It's meant to give us ender pearls, right? Yeah, 20% chance. Yeah. Yeah, cool. So we're like, we totally should have it. Alright, let me go ahead and I guess chop down all these trees and all their nests. Wonderful. On the bright side, I guess we're getting a bunch of nests out of it. You know what I will say? I'm not seeing a lot of azalea saplings. You know? I'm not really... In terms of things I am and aren't noticing, that's definitely on the list. So I don't know if Steve's carts know how to plant azaleas or know that they're saplings, which is just honestly quite splendid. Alright, cool. I've chopped all of the spruce in question. We open this guy. He's got azaleas. He honestly couldn't care less what we've done with the whole azalea thing. So we're going to search sapling and see what else we got. We have mineral. Mineral will probably work. We have netherwood. They won't look cool. Small spruce, cherry, yellow birch, aspen, birch, dark oak. We have a soul tree from productive trees. I mean, yellow birch. What does yellow birch make? Let's give it a shot. Let's go here. Let's bone meal this guy. He makes birch logs, but he might not make You know what I mean? Much like an azalea, how I'm assuming it doesn't do the thingy things. That might work. I'm going to just assume that that works the exact same way. And that it won't make birch nests. And so we'll click here. We'll chuck that in. Take these out. Yellow birch. There we go. We'll definitely have to replace that at some point. In fact, arguably we chuck that in there. Cool. Cool. I guess the problem is it dumps it all out. See, but it should dump it back in, is the idea. That's the concept. Cool, but yeah, this guy should be working. He should, ideally not do that. Ideally, do that. Boom. Cool. So he should empty all the logs. Currently, he's got a bunch of spruce, but obviously we'll have to do birch at some point, so I'll take the birch out, actually. But he empties, and then he should go here, and my thought is that he will fill up with spruce. And then he's got 20 spruce. Why only 20? He's on nearest, he's not on round robin. All of that wood should have gone in here, and then back into the machine. But the machine only has... Okay, sure. Sure. Alright, what we're going to do as well is I'm just going to put a feral flare lantern here because it is dark and I don't want it to be. Boom. There we go. So that thing there will spread light sources around the place, as you can see. Da-da-da. Magic. Cool. So that was 20. Does he get the 20 back? He gets... You're a strange man, Mr. Steve. Strange man. Okay, oh, wait, hold on. No, I didn't even place it there. I'm crazy. All right, cool. We're going to swap it. We're going to say you do that. We're going to come over here. We're going to unlock this, remove it, birch it, lock it. Cool. Sure. Whatever. Let it do its thing. Hopefully that works. As for the Enderman, this farm is allegedly doing stuff. Sure. Let's make sure that's fine, that it is doing that. I mean, that looks good. Sure. Yeah. Cool. Let's check on our bees. I feel like we're just playing maintenance simulator, where we just go back and forth and, oh, maintenance. Like, this guy has a dragon egg. This guy has draconic bees. No end bees. Okay. We go home. We search bee. We search end. Nothing. Cool. So we grab some bees. I don't think we need like one should do. It's really not a problem. And there should just be bees. I don't even think we need to necessarily get a nest going. Am I wrong in thinking that? I feel like I've definitely seen bees before, which is vibing. What's this stuff? Anglercite from Extreme Reactors. Good to know where that is. Sure, I'm sure we'll be looking for that at some point, and we won't remember where I saw it. That's fine. We take those. All right. What I've learnt is that there are no bees, at least near us. So I will just, or at least I can't see them. You know what I mean. So we will just go home, grab honey treats, go back, and bada bing, bada boom. Endstone nest. Okay, hold on. Not treats. Ender bee. Popped chorus on endstone nest. Popped chorus. Chorus. Cool. Pop. Goes the chorus. Popped chorus should show here. There we go. Awesome. Go back and then power. And we should get our trusty bee, which we will happily take. I know I'm wasting these at a certain point, but I kind of don't want to bring any back. All right, cool. There'll be an extra one waiting for us. All right, so Ender bee. There it is. Works during the day. I don't believe it has to be in this dimension, so we'll bring it with us. The Ender bee itself, End bee, it uses chorus flower as the thingy thing, which is cool. So let's search chorus. We have some of these. Wonderful. And then I did want to do, like I want to upgrade him, you know what I mean? Make sure he's very high productivity. So sure, that can do what it's doing. Productivity high. Sure. There was some rhyme and now there's none. Like I was following a looking method. No more. No more am I. Cool. We don't even have an ounce of high productivity. Is that, do we have, yeah, there's some more in here, right? There we go. Now I do that. Cool. And then, I mean, that should do it. Yeah, okay, it's doing it. We got a 20 there. A 97. Any upgraders in the chat? Look, that 20 can combine. Oh, I think it did. There we go. 40. Oh, no, it's gone. Come on. Come on. I know they're dancing around, but, you know, I'll find them. I'll get to them. There we go. All right, cool. We have 2 of them. I'll leave one in there where I'll forget it, because that's a great idea. Make that into a very high thingy-majiggy. Let's search cage. Grab out a B cage to swap. So you become you. Oh. Sir? Okay, well, he's... Well, he's in there now, I suppose. Good on you. Okay. He'll do what needs to be done. We don't have a block upgrade in there, which I would prefer to have. Block upgrade. Boom. What do you need? You need 2 item frames. We can do that. It's on the table. You need wax blocks. We can do that. That's available. And then you need a productivity beta. Inside here is a productivity beta. And you guessed it. That's a block upgrade. Very nice, very nice, very nice. All right, cool. Ideally, that is that taken care of. I could time and wand it, actually. That's not a problem at all. And that should be ender pearls for days. If I jump in here and I go... Boom, boom, boom. Let me do that. It's making combs. Very nice. And then once... no, I don't know. I thought it would do the thing again, but it... Alright, well, anyway. Cool. So, if I go into the spot where we've got our centrifuge, which might be here. Yes. Then it's doing it. Ender pearls. Sweet. Pearl. There we go. Look at that. Done. We might have done that last episode as well, and it just hadn't gotten us any combs since. But we've got it now. Now, it's been a little while. It hasn't been that long, but it's been a little while. Do we have any progress over here? Is this looking any... Oh, yeah, well, look at that. We've actually got, like, a lot of stuff happening. Now, there is breakage that keeps happening. You can see there's, like, the ash lying around and stuff. So I think if we do a lightning rod, that just takes care of it, right? Lightning rod works in a bit of a radius, so we can just chuck it on top of this tree and burn that tree down. There you go. Problem solved. So that should keep it nice and clean. Hopefully he's doing well. Let's open him up and see what's happening. So again, you get this problem where like there doesn't need to be a bunch of birch logs in there because then it won't do the thing. And yeah, I think that's it. I still feel like this guy's not doing it properly. Like if I search birch, we have 36 in the system. I really want to know what happens when this guy gets around here, but apparently he's a busy beaver. We got trees galore. Cool. All right, I'll tell you what. You know what? I keep getting a little bit distracted, but I have a mission. I've just been inspired. Let's make this look nice. Let's build something around here, even if it's just a fence, or you know, like, even if it's just a path. Let's bring it into the base. I think. Let's give it some character. What do we want to do for a wall? It's easy to just do a fence. I'm thinking we do a combo of logs. Arguably, we use the birch that we're getting from this. So I'll try to put some of this stuff away. We might actually have to bone meal some things just to get more resources. I'm thinking we use a combo of birch and then maybe stripped birch for like walls. So not even fences. Oh, maybe fences. Sort of like a combo. So if we, I mean, we can just do birched fence. Yeah, I think that should work. So let's jump in there. Birch fence, do that. Pow pow. Get that. Beautiful. Okay. And then, yeah, just attempt to do something. Now, it doesn't have to be right up against the structure. So, like, what I'm thinking is if we just, like, have it be out here, I'll move that onto something else. But, like, see, it spreads out pretty fast. So I definitely don't want it touching the wall if I'm planning to make it out of wood. That might be, like, top 10 worst ideas ever happened on this channel. Maybe we don't want to do that. You know, I still think it could be nice. So I kind of want to do like this a bit, and then just fence. And like that's simple, but I think it's gonna bring a lot of characters to the base. We can put path in as well. I should building gadget it at least at some point. But I guess we'll see how we go. Probably go across here. Definitely. Oh no, that's one of the trees. Okay. All right. Yeah. I forgot we did like a little bit of a goofy design, didn't we? All right. So I never know what to do when you get to like this situation with fences. Like, do I just go up or should I terraform it in such a way where that's not an issue anymore? It's hard to tell. And it's also like, what? You're trying to keep something out, keep something in. Because if you keep something out, you want to do this. But even then, like something can just do like that. Oh, well. Like a mob won't jump, right? A mob won't like parkour. And like it's a tree farm. It doesn't really matter if a mob does parkour, I guess. Cool. So let's go across here to about here. Let's build this up 3. We'll pretend that looks nice. We'll go across here. Some of that action. Very nice, I say. Alright, and then it does become tree again, sort of here. So I think we do 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? Like, this is such a small thing to do. And we just haven't done it. But I think we're going to be stunned by the value that we get out of just doing something so simple. Now, none of that birch is going to make it in the system. Ideally, none of it makes it in. We currently have 74, and it's filling up in here. This guy's just got a normal pipe upgrade. Nothing too fancy. He's, well, I don't know what he's doing. He's about to chop a tree, I think. And inside here is like 2 stacks worth, which means he should get 2 stacks worth when he walks up to it. He might actually dump the rest of that stuff. Actually, no, all the arrows are facing out of the system. So this will actually be a pretty good test. I'm very, very, very curious. What is happening up there? What's that little Yergast up there? Good on him. Good on him, you know? He's got a job, and he's sticking to it. Can I make him faster? Maybe that's part of the problem. Chuck an upgrade on him, make him... Because, like, look, he's running out of solar power, because he's got stuff above him. Or I guess had stuff above him. Alright, moment of truth. There's about 2 stacks in there. He's got a stack on him. He collects 2 stacks. And then he I mean, that should work flawlessly. He has so much charcoal on him. What do you reckon? What are you guys thinking? Well, we'll see how he goes again. We'll let him do his thing. Regardless, though, we've got a decent amount of stuff here. Blah, blah, blah. Lots of junk. And make some of those. Cool. Alright, so we came here. We definitely want to keep going. Boom, boom. I think that's plenty of room. If that, like, spreads outwards. I think it's fine. I mean, it would have to spread outwards and down. Like, that's not really an issue, I guess, with what we're doing. But regardless. And then... yeah, we keep going. Get rid of this tree. How are we looking? So we'd come through, would probably end up obliterating this tree, which I'd love to do. I'm just concerned about the implications for everything else, but it looks like that's going to work. Okay, so we obliterate that tree. We'll probably just go past this one. And then shoot through there. Cool. So, let's see how we go. Hopefully you guys don't mind watching a little bit of building. Let's go. And let's just go here. Ah, yeah, whatever. Boom, boom, boom. Pow, pow. I think I just fill that dirt in. Look, between you and me, guys, I think we just try to find some dirt. There we go. We middle click the abyss. We get what we want. Pow. Boom, 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 boom. Ba-da-boom. All righty. Oh. Mission failed. But I think we can convince people that the tree always looked like that. You guys saw nothing, okay? It also didn't need to be a square at the end here, but here we are. And it is. Cool. So there we go. We have a nice enclosed farm. I'll be honest, I really am not a fan of these witch hazel trees. I know we decided to live in one. Or like the biome that has them. But like they're such a chore. Everything about them is just so blah. So I wouldn't mind obliterating all of them, to be honest. It's been a while as well, so like any charm they did have is just gone. So I think I get rid of these two. Get a little bit of light in the system. In the system? In the star system. In the base. Boom. So yeah, we go there. What are you? You're a little starbuncle. Little starbuncle living in the tree. Poor little guy. Obliterated. Cool. That other tree can stay. Hopefully the little guy doesn't die. There we go. Nice. We take those. Alrighty. Pow pow. Pow. Pow pow. Pow. What do we think? We put a fence around it. The inside still looks pretty gross, I will say. We're now growing yellow trees, which does not particularly help our case at all. We'll pretend that's fine. How else can we make the inside look better? I mean, I can do a path, I guess, and then we can have like the rail actually be on a different block, so it's not just like coursing through the grass. Ideally, we could redesign a bunch of this and just have specific grass spots within. You know what I mean? So for example, if we want to just do like stone bricks, which, I mean, look, stone bricks, they're a classic though. They really are. Like we could do something like this. You know what I mean? Like if I grab the exchanging gadget and we just go through and give it a path, like press the other button. Is it in here? Yes. If I were to grab this, change. What button do you reckon it is? I thought it was 6. G? Oh, okay. Haven't changed it yet. But if we just do like that around the block as well, and then apparently we can't make the path that, but you know what I mean? We just like do that, and then around blocks do that. Like we could put one there. What? No, not you. But you. You know what I mean? Horrible idea? Good idea? Thoughts? I don't know. I really don't know. I think we do. I think it'll actually look good. Arguably, we pick up this guy and we just do it again. You know what I mean? Like we just redo this whole place. Because it's going to be so annoying. Yeah, it's going to be such a blah. Let's do this bit. Hold on. I do want it to have a little bit of natural within. Like this bit of a hill. But I really would not mind the rest of it looking... That's not the right tool. Looking fancy, you know? I'll tell you what. I'll right-click for a bit. We'll come back. We'll see what I've done. We'll see what sort of mess I've created within my travels. Like, I might just get rid of at least that. That can be planted, sure. And we'll do that, and we'll pretend that that's still going to work just fine. The problem's going to be the road. I'm just going to have to rip all that up. Alright, we're just going to go for it. We're going to do this. Do I want it to be stone bricks in the middle? It could just be stone in the middle. That might not be the worst idea we've ever had. You know what? It might not be. We'll see how we go. I'm really hoping that this all comes together because I'll be the first to say, currently doesn't look that good. We're really banking on something magical happening in these next few moments. And by magical, I don't mean this thing which is going to stop working. That's not considered magical. Can I just push it out of the way for now? Perfect. Okay, it's getting a bit crazy. There we go. Alright. Cool. Bear with me. Pray with me. Hope that this works. All of these will become dirt. Because obviously they won't be grassed. Like, there's no grass for them to spread. So, it's going to look even worse, I think. That can stay as is. We can break that. That can stay. We can break that. That can stay. We can pick up all those. Cool. Alright, there we go. So that's the full path. I think we're onto something. I think something's happening here. Right, guys? I've done something. You know what? Listen. I saw a comment not too long ago where it's like, they're like, you picked the worst building blocks, but it somehow turns out okay. And I feel like what we're doing now is pushing that to its limits, okay? My job isn't to make this look good. It's to gaslight you guys into thinking, yeah, it kind of looked good. When in reality, it does not. But again, I just have to convince you. And I think I can do it. Was that a birch nest? No, okay. Okay. Alright, hopeful. We're okay with that. So boom, boom, boom. There we go. And we want you to go that way. You know what? You figure out your own way. I might have to help him. But that's that done. This guy, what's he doing? He's full. He's filled to the brim. And is he still going to go? He can't. He's full. He couldn't. Oh, yeah, well, I guess he's got some space. Sure. That's crazy, though, how quickly he fills with saplings and stuff. Good on him, honestly. I'll tell you what as well. We'll help him out. I know he's got plenty of coal, but, you know, we'll give him some solar. That might encourage him to get the job done faster. We'll see. Because, like, he really shouldn't be chopping. He's full. And yet, there he is. Is this what happens? And is he actually chopping? Well, I mean, he must be. I'll tell you what. I am very curious as to whether there's just too much stuff. Like, the trees grow too quickly. Oh, well, no, I mean, look at him when he goes. Like, he does a pretty good job when he actually wants to. Like, that's pretty decent. Like, I was wondering, like, does he actually just run out of power? But surely not. So now is he chopping? Or has he moved on to... It's hard to tell. It's so hard to tell. You know what? We'll just trust him. We'll just hope that he gets the job done. Cool. So I'll put one in there. So is there a bunch in here now? We won't actually have any logs for a while because it's all going to go until this guy's full. And then it's actually going to fill up the other guy as well. This is actually not good at all. Well, it's still like... Huh. How bad is this? We almost need it to be smaller, right? We need a draw. Oh, I guess I can just do flippy floppy, right? And then that shouldn't be a problem. A little bit of wood there, a little bit of wood there. Yeah, sounds good to me. Sure. I'll tell you what, I'll help him out. I'll do him a solid, and I'll just take some of that stuff out. And then I'll actually just do a little bit of that, you know? Just really help a brother out. Oh. There you go. Good on ya. You're welcome. Okay. So. What is our takeaway? What's happened so far? The tree farm now looks like this. We have a nice little grassy patch in the middle with some dirt that's spreading, which arguably would just look better to be not there. We put a fence around it. The fence looks less than ideal. But you know what? We might be able to put like glowstone on it or something. As silly as that sounds, like if I just chuck that on there, that's not too bad. Maybe we do that and we get like some trapdoors of something. Maybe even oak. What? Is that a thing? Have we designed? Have we become architecture? I think we have. I think we've only gone ahead and done it. Look at that. How does he do it? We actually nobody knows how he does it. It's incredible. He pulls it off every time. Yeah. I'm curious as to what other resources we actually need and that we need to start working towards. I feel like a lot of the time we're sort of just doing the same thing in terms of like, we need more diamond, we need more emerald, we need more blah, blah, blah. But I think we genuinely need to like start doing it. I know we can farm. If we were to farm, I'd probably use create. I probably wouldn't do like the pylons and stuff. Yeah, the problem is the pylons are so good, but like they make so many drops. It's such a chore. Whereas if I just get a big machine from create to do it, I think that just works better for us. I might build a path and a bridge while we're here. You know, while we're here. What's this path made out of? We've just got stone bricks. Nice. We're the CEO of stone bricks. That's brilliant. Let's search brick. Are we full? Is that what this means? We're full. All right. We won't be bricking it up. I don't know what I'm saying. Help. All right. What do we actually have happening? Yeah, decently full. I mean, we've got a bunch of, spruce nests just took up this entire bloody thing. Pretty much. All right. I'm just going to probably just dump all of them, to be honest. All the spruce ones. I know it's probably got bees that we want. Some of them will at least, but... Can I trash can? There we go. Listen, I just don't want it. Sure, they can stay. I mean, that was really not like the big fish of the situation, but yeah. All right, cool. Okay. And again, none of these are full. We're just out of types that can go into them, right? Correct. Okay. So let's search 16. Are these 16Ks? Yeah, 16K. And so we've got a few. So I'll take out a few. Chuck them in there. Let's get another drive going, shall we? Ideally an extended. So let's order. Let's just make the blueprint for it. What are we doing? Manually doing stuff in this day and age. So that goes in the assembler, I believe. Hope so. That's where it is now. And then this guy is just a crafting recipe. Yeah. So then we go here. We search extended drive. Oh, not that many. Just one. And it's done. There we go. All right. We're using 8 channels. We're using 4 channels. Okay. Now, if I were to chuck one here. We're using 5 channels. We're using 8 channels. Yeah, it's like, it's being smart. Cool. We like that. We like smart. Let's search 16K. Grab out a bunch of them. So I'm going to chuck you here. Cool. And then we're going to chuck you guys in there. And that should be good as well. Nice. We like that. Let's continue with this whole path idea that we had. Let's get this going. So it can come out of this. Sure. Sounds like a great idea. Let's look across. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. We don't have enough bricks. Stone bricks. Cool. There we go. That's not too shabby, eh? You know what? For the sake of doing stuff, let's do this. Now, if I wanted to do this, I can. Is that because I have stuff in here? Potentially. We had 32. If I were to place this, yeah, it's grabbing from there. Let's do the thing. Now, I've been told that I can link my building gadget to a system. And I'll be honest, I don't know how. I don't know how to. If I go into G, we have the bind inventory. Bind failed, invalid block. Okay. Bind succeeded. Cool. Now, it was the encoding terminal, so it might just be trying to use what's in the encoding terminal. I also can't fly anymore. I don't know what happened there. I'm out of energy. Okay. Hold on. You can't catch a break. You really can't. Didn't we have... Where did we pick it up? We must have picked it up, I think. No, here you are. Oh, yeah, but you are essentially picked up. Yeah, you're not really doing much there, are you? All right. La-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da. Cool. And there we go. I can fly again. Okay, but, yeah. Let's see if we can pull more spruce than we've got. So if we go here and pull, we've got none in our system anymore, and it's acting like that. It's acting like, hey, you don't have any in your system. Cool. How do we do it then? Now look, I know how to connect it to like a barrel or a storage drawer, but how do I do it for applied energistics? I don't know. Essentially, and refined storage has the same problem where there's no like block that shows all the blocks. For example, the controller here, if I hold shift and look at it, we see all of the items within this block. It's all accessible via this block. The same was for the other sophisticated thing I had. You could just see all the items for it. When you look at AE, it just says, that's me. I'm Mr. Applied Energistics. Look at me. Some of these blocks say like, hey, I've got storage cells in them. But you need one that says, hey, whatever you want. The whole system, I've got it. And Occultism does that with their storage. And I'm pretty sure there's a way to do it. I just don't know how. It's pretty much the gist of it. Alright, what do we have? Building gadget. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. That was very helpful. Compact machines. Couldn't forgot they were even here. Cheating. Construction sticks. Construction sticks. Tips and building. Cool. Building gadgets again. Okay. Multi-piston. Oh, we'll look at that later, maybe. Blah, blah, blah. A pump. I mean, some of these stuff does look pretty cool. Applied energistics. Now, if you were what I wanted, what would you be? Is the question of the day. You would be a block that I haven't placed. Maybe. I'd assume. Crafting monitor? No, not you. P2P tunnel? I don't believe it's you. Spatial won't be you. It's possible, but it won't be. Cell workbench? Could be. A case could be made that it's that. But I just don't think it is. I'll look it up. I'll tell you what, I'll look it up. You know what? We'll end the episode here. Thank you guys for watching. I'll look it up in between, but I'm busy right now. But I think we did enough that I'm quite happy with what we have done. I am happy with how this place has turned out. We should be getting Birch now next time he comes into town. Or has he already died? Let's consult. Nah, he's fine. He's fine. I think he's breaking the leaves because he has technically room for that stuff. But yeah. That should be fine. That should be fine. Max, transfer as much as possible. Transfer maximum of 3 stacks. Because 3 stacks can be... Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Alright. Awesome. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I probably will just redo this. Nice little screenshot of Steve carding it up. And yeah, I do apologize for the lack of updates and videos and stuff, but yeah, everything's good. blah, 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 is my official statement on the topic. And I will see you all, dun, 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 in the next one. I genuinely, I do feel like if we have the base look nice, I'll get on more. So I'm trying to fix it. And I think we've done a lot. Like that looks nice. Looks better than it did. I might obliterate those two. Alright, cool. Goodbye. Thank you to our donors and channel members. Thank you to our Tier 3 channel members. Thank you to our donators and subscribers. Thank you to our viewers. You. Listening right now. Thank you. Thank you to our Tier 3, Melizzy, Final Phoenix 13, and Space Trooper John. And hopefully, I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.